strong. We talked about having momentum. We knew from the start they were going to play with, high energy, be very physical. We weathered the storm, made shots early. We knew they were going to make a run. Obviously, this team is a team that doesn't quit. So we were able to do a better job of playing with poise and able to come away with it.
To your point about momentum, I know we've asked about Trez's energy, and you've said I'm not sure how else to ask it, but what does he give you on a night like this when maybe the atmosphere is one of the tests that you have to overcome?
It's just that. It's contagious. It's infectious, and our guys feed off of it. He doesn't do it for that purpose. That's just who he is. That's how he competes. So I think it's great. We need those momentum plays when, you have those lulls offensively. He's going to get you second possessions. He's going to make a play defensively for you. Those are impactful moments that can change the whole shift of a quarter.
How much are things like, I think it was like 20 turnovers or something, maybe the late game offense? Are those concerns on a night like tonight when,
Sure.
First game, big win?
Well, they were concerned all preseason. So still something, we did a slightly better job tonight, and they missed shots they probably would make, but we've got to iron that out because we're going to see it time and time again.
And then I think I saw Davis holding his right arm. Did he mix something out there? I
didn't see it. I think when he took the charge, he may have landed a little bit awkward, but it didn't seem to affect him.
And then last, Kuz's 15 rebounds. What kind of looking flourish? I didn't see that.
No, that's just another dynamic where we've seen him be a playmaker. We know he can score, but just an added dimension. A guy with his size, ability to clear rebounds, push it in the open floor, make plays. That's big.
You talked about weathering the storm. Does that kind of come from the emotion that was in this building after the length of time this Raptors team has been away from here?
No question. I mean, that's going to be every home openers for, the next few days. But, that's also, those are playoff atmospheres. If that's where we see ourselves being, we better get comfortable in those type of situations.
We'll go to Zoom now. We'll start with DA.
I have to ask you first, Wes. Well, first, congrats on the win. Did you have to change clothes? Was there any type of post-game shower involved?
Yes, unfortunately there was. They chose every cold bottle of water in the locker room, and I got doused. Good feeling.
They got into you and they cut it down a little in the fourth quarter. I just wonder when you have a vet like KCP who can kind of shot fake, get himself open and hit kind of a calm three, how important is that for your squad this year?
That's going to be big for us. I mean, it's funny because he had 2 or 3 of them that he missed, and I told him I want him to shoot that shot every single time because he's going to make the lion's share of them. And those are great looks for us. Once again, those are momentum plays where they're trying to make their way back into the game. It's a backbreaker. You knock down a tough three, you sidestep the defense, get them lifted, clear space, step into it with rhythm. That's that can pretty much seal the win.
Thanks.
Chase.
Hey, Wes, congrats on your first win. Just what was it like and how did it match up with your expectations coaching your first regular season game?
Aside from, all the firsts and all the text emails, I got today, it felt like the preseason games, honestly. I had the same nervous feeling to begin with, and then you relax, you just coach. So it's obviously the crowd was into it. It's a great atmosphere, and you're always going to get that here in this building. But aside from those things, it was business as usual, and I was really happy to see the way we responded.
5 blocks and 2 steals for Daniel Gafford, and some of them were pretty timely. Just what can you say about his defensive performance tonight?
Well, he's done that all preseason, and I'll give him credit, but I want to give all of our guys credit. I thought we really did a good job defending them. And, of course, it wasn't perfect. They missed shots they probably would ordinarily make. We got away with some things here and there. But, overall, it was a really good defensive night for us. So I'm really proud of how we responded and how we approached tonight's game.
Neil.
Hey, Coach, congrats again. I'm sure we'll ask you the same question tomorrow, but, the unveiling of your dad's bust I'm curious, have you given, that much thought? And I'm sure, it might hit you differently tomorrow.
Honestly, I haven't given it a lot of thought. It's been on the docket, so I was aware of it. Obviously, tomorrow will feel different. Tonight is just about the 13 guys in that locker room, the staff, our whole traveling party. We've worked really hard up to this point, and it didn't have a lot of success in the preseason. So I'm glad that they were able to feel this. This is good for everybody.
And I'm sure you'll give it more thought after, looking back at the film, but 5 of 27 from 3 for you guys. Anything, 280 just shots not falling, and did you more or less like all the shots that you were getting?
For the most part, yes. Not all of them, but I still thought we were able to find the open looks. Ball moved well. And when it did, we generated the right shots. So, it didn't fall for us tonight, but once again, that's a credit to our defense. It was a defensive win, in my opinion.
Thanks, Coach.
Chase, did you have another question?
Yeah, Wes, what did you like about some of the lineups where you blended the starters with bench players?
Well, I think that's just how we have to play. I mean, I said this the other day, the game will kind of tell you who needs to be in there. And, it evolves, has a flow. And we always kind of map out our rotation before the game. And, once the game starts, we have to read it. What you like, what you don't like, some of the matchups, who's playing well, who might have foul trouble. So all those things will kind of tell you, the pattern. So it's going to happen, and it might change slightly from night to night, but we have 10, 11 guys that we can play. So it's a credit to our front office for giving us the depth and flexibility we have, and we just have to find out how to use it to our advantage.
Last question to Karita.
Hey, Coach, you alluded to the excitement in the locker room. What was your overall message to the team after the game?
Well, it's great to get that first one under your belt, but let's not be satisfied. It's a long season, so we can get excited about one win. That's great, but we'll look at it. We'll try to get better with certain things we struggled with tonight, and turn the page. And then we have to turn our attention to the Pacers. So it's great to start the season off the right way, but by no means do we rest on that. We have to keep pushing, keep working, and we